going on, people? It's the Ps4, and today I actually have like 3 subjects to cover in today's video. The first thing I want to cover is the news about Dead Rising. For people who don't know, it basically the information has come out that Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2, and Dead Rising 2 off the record are coming to the X1 and Ps4. Which is a little awkward to me because from what I've been reading, they're not remasters. They're pretty much direct ports. You know, a lot of people are talking about the original Dead Rising because it was an Xbox exclusive, you know, so many years when it came out. And so now people are like, well, you know, look at Microsoft kind of losing that franchise. I'm not necessarily sure they're losing that franchise. See, the thing is, they haven't said anything about Dead Rising 3 yet. So I want to see what's going on with Dead Rising 3, if they're actually going to make a port for that going over to the PS4 as well. It is a little disappointing to me because when I look at Capcom, alright, pretty much Street Fighter is a console exclusive on PlayStation, and it is also out on PC. So I kind of looked at Dead Rising as like our title that is that kind of console exclusive, and if that doesn't turn out to be true, I am a little disappointed in it. Not that big of a deal to me, you know what I'm saying, but I know there's a lot of people out there that are, you know, big Dead Rising fans and stuff that, you know, want to see Microsoft kind of hold on to that franchise as an exclusive. So I can see them definitely being disappointed over this. All in all, I just don't know. It just seems a little confusing to me what's going on. You know, they're bringing over the older Dead Rising games, but they're not making remakes. They're just basically ports from last gen games. That's the most confusing part to me. So I don't know. But definitely hit up the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this news. I don't know. Do you think it's relevant to have like these last generation ports like coming to this generation's consoles? You know what I'm saying? No remasters or anything like that. Just direct ports coming over. I would rather have the backwards compatibility. You know what I'm saying? And be able to purchase the 360 games, or if I have the 360 games, just be able to pop them in and play. But on that news, there's also the news of Tomb Raider. It seems like it's kind of been announced that the Rise of the Tomb Raider for the PS4 will be coming out in October. The usual thing, you know, all the DLC is going to come with it. And then the next thing they talk about is PSVR features. All right, PlayStation VR features. Now, I don't want anybody to get confused and say, oh my goodness, you can play this entire game in VR, in virtual reality. Because when they say features, they mean like bits and pieces. They might have different special stages or whatever that you know, work with virtual reality and stuff like that. But I can pretty much guarantee you it's not going to be the whole game in VR. I don't know. You know, we were wondering if this game was actually coming out. I don't know why Sony isn't promoting this game more. Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider is an absolutely awesome game, and Tomb Raider is an established franchise, so I don't know why Sony's not kind of showing that this is coming out, especially with the PlayStation VR features. The one thing I do want to say is to Microsoft, if you wanna combat this news, then when this game is coming out on the PS4, make the Rise of Tomb Raider that we got on the X1, make that a Games with Gold for that month. All right. The way I'm looking at it is, it seems that, you know, the developers of Tomb Raider, they obviously feel that, you know, they're not going to get too much more money on the X1 side. So you know what? Why not give the game free with gold? It would be a really good move if they could pull it off, because then you know, people who want to play that game, they'll see that the X1 console has it for free, in that launch month. I don't know. It would be a huge deal to me if I was looking at it like that. But I already bought Rise of Tomb Raider. I've already been enjoying it for about a year now, so it's not really that big of a deal to me. As usual, guys, like I say this all the time. Hit up the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this. Did you guys, I hope you guys know that when it comes to the VR features, that doesn't mean that the whole game is going to play in VR. I just want to make that clear, because Sony has a habit of kind of putting their news, kind of like in the fog, and casting different shadows and using deception and stuff like that. So I just want to be able to put it out there to let everybody know what's going on with that. Now, pretty much, in my opinion, the biggest thing that I saw today is about Crackdown. All right, and I did get this from an article on Game Informer. I was going through Twitter, and I saw this article, and I started reading it, and it's very interesting. Basically, it states the reason why Crackdown 3 isn't launching in 2016 is because the campaign is not ready yet. Hear that, guys? Anybody who's been speculating and stuff like that? This is coming from Shannon Loftus, who is basically, she's the general manager for Microsoft Studios. She said the campaign just isn't ready yet. And the reason why is because they're doing things in this campaign that has never been done in Crackdown before. Now, if you're hyped about Crackdown, I think the news that she's coming out with here is actually very, very exciting. It seems that what they're doing is they're putting something called a hate table in the game, and the city is going to react to you more than it ever has before, even to the point where I guess citizens are going to react to what damage you did on which buildings. Like if it's a beloved building, like maybe City Hall or something like that, if you really take chunks out of City Hall, if you really do damage around that area, the city's going to have a reaction to you. Not only that, but this is the most interesting thing to me, and that is the fact that the gangs that are there, even though they're rival gangs, when you start causing absolute chaos on these gangs and start taking them out, they will actually band together. Even though they're rival gangs, will band together to take you on. See, that's really interesting, and it's never been done in Crackdown before. Usually you had like the different rival gangs or whatever, and you would take them out kind of like systematically, and go for the head of the gang and stuff like that. But now they will actually band together to take you on, and that sounds really cool to me. I'm actually really excited for something like that. As far as the online goes, it seems that there's going to be an online multiplayer that deals with the cloud. It has the city and the full destruction. They're also going to have an online multiplayer that doesn't deal with all that. That's more to the core of the campaign. So this game is sounding really crazy if it's going to have like the two different types of multiplayer, a more in-depth campaign, and then, like I said, features like where the gangs will actually team up against you as you're like taking them out and stuff like that. This sounds like this could be the best Crackdown they have made, and I think it's going to be worth the delay at least. I mean, come on, guys, it's not Below. Like, I've been waiting for Below for 3 years now, to the point where I don't even care about the game anymore. And when somebody comes out and says exactly what's going on and what they're doing and why it was delayed, I definitely pay attention to that. All right, because there's a lot of rumors, people saying, oh, that whole cloud thing doesn't work and stuff like that for the multiplayer. And Shannon Loftus actually says that they've been playing that in the studio. They've been playing a ton of it in the studio. I do know that she is a corporate person and stuff like that, and she has to say things that sound good and stuff. But I mean, I'm taking it right from the general manager of Microsoft Studios. I feel this is going to be kind of like, I don't want to say a launch game for the Scorpio, because generations are over when it comes to Microsoft, but it's going to be a game that's going to be released probably around the time the Scorpio is released, which is holiday 2017. And with all the time and all the care that they're taking with this game, all the added features that they're putting into this game, this looks like it is shaping up to be an absolute must-have if you own an X1. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much what I have for now. As usual, if you like the gameplay, you like the topics, definitely, hit that thumbs up button for me. Always hit up the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this news. Going back to the Dead Rising 3, is it a little weird that it's going to be kind of like direct ports from last gen games? Like, they're not doing any remasters or anything like that, especially in a generation where, remasters have been absolutely heavy. When it comes to Tomb Raider, I mean, do you really care what's going on with that on the PlayStation 4 side? And do I make sense when I say, you know what? Microsoft should make that the Rise of Tomb Raider a game with gold for that launch month. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it might piss the developers off a little. But if the developers really don't care anymore about the money coming on the X1 side, then why not? You know what I'm saying? And then with Crackdown, are you guys excited for Crackdown? When you hear these like new features and stuff like that come into the game, does it get you even more hyped? Now, I absolutely love Crackdown, like the ability orbs and stuff like that. To see my my character grow in strength and agility and stuff like that over time, to me, it's one of the coolest games, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And with the extra features, like I said, like it or not, I'm gonna have to wait anyway, and at least it's not like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely hit up that comment section, and if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. But as for now, this is the Xbox 448, and I am definitely signing off.
Frozen Crash was a mess. Somehow, I had to find my way across and hope for the best.